Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about iOS 26.4, an update coming to your device in a matter of days now. Most likely this Monday we will have this update released to the public. And as you probably know, it is filled with new features and changes and some really big improvements that will make your device way better running this new software update, which is, in my opinion, the biggest and the best update to iOS 26 today. Now, this update most likely will be the last big update to iOS 26 before we move on to the first betas of iOS 27 in June. Now, in today's video, I will show you guys some really big improvements that this update will bring to your device. Now, before we get into all that, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to hit the subscribe button on the channel. It really helps a lot, and I will be posting a ton of videos on iOS 26.4, so make sure you don't miss those. Now, first of all, we're talking about a really big problem that a lot of users have been having with the keyboard on iOS 26 and even earlier iOS versions. I've seen a ton of complaints regarding the keyboard. It is not that accurate, but according to Apple and according to the release notes of the new iOS 26.4 RC, this update will improve the ability of the keyboard to actually type the right things when you're fast typing. So nowadays we type all day on our iPhones, and of course most people will type really fast, and the accuracy that it will happen with iOS 26.4 according to Apple will be much improved compared to previous iOS versions. So again, this is, even though it's not something that you see, it's an under the hood improvement. This is one of the biggest improvements to iOS 26 with this update. Another one, which is a really big improvement, is music recognition offline. So if your device is not connected to the internet, you can still use the Shazam button, whether you use it from your control center or from the lock screen via the widgets or the quick buttons on the lock screen. You will be able to actually recognize music offline. Well, it doesn't recognize and show you the song. It will just basically keep it on its memory. So once your device is connected to the internet, it will show you notifications like this right here. You can see it says we have found 2 songs to try to identify, including of course the title and name of the artist. But you can see right here it says offline songs found. So whenever you scan for a song while offline, it will basically keep that scan and then run it once your device is back online and will show you the results. Now, a big improvement has been made to the account pages system-wide on iOS 26.4. So now you will see something similar to this everywhere on App Store, the Games app, the Music app, the Podcast app. Wherever you go, you will see this design, which is basically unified now for all apps. And in my opinion, it is much better, much easier to navigate. So if you go here to the App Store, you can see you have everything pretty much organized, everything in their place. It's actually really cool. Now, what Apple has done to actually improve these account pages is this button right here. This shortcut, in this case, we have it on the App Store app. It is also on the Music app. It has been added to both of them, which takes you right to the settings page of each of these apps. So we used to have this previously on the Podcast app. Now it has been added to Music and App Store as well. So whenever you need to have access to the settings to change something, you don't actually need to go to the Settings app, go to Apps, and then find the app where you want to go to the settings. You just simply tap this button and it takes you directly to the settings of that app. Now here's another one for Safari. I really like this improvement that Apple has made to the tabs view on Safari. Whenever you go in Safari and you go to the tabs view, if you have a bunch of tabs open, now you will have that little button right there. If you tap on it, you can see it says search tabs, and it basically allows you to quickly search and find any tabs that you have opened. Of course, you search via the name of the website that you have that open in that tab that you want to find, and you will be able to quickly find any of your open tabs. Now here's another improvement that I really like. Whenever you're watching something where you can enable subtitles, like maybe the Apple TV app or wherever you have subtitles, you will be able to tap on the three dots, and then if you go right here on the subtitles, you will actually have the ability to change the style of the subtitles directly from here without needing to go to the settings app. So you tap on style and you will have your styles right here. You can choose between different styles, and if you want to manage those, then you can tap right here and it will take you right to the settings page where you have all the basically different styles of subtitles, and you can go ahead and edit and manage them from here. Now on iOS 26, you probably know by now that we have now urgent reminders. It is actually a very useful feature, but with iOS 26.4, it has been improved in a few ways. First of all, we have now an urgent folder right there where all the different reminders that you mark as urgent will be shown right there. Or even if you go here and try to add a new reminder, it will be marked automatically as urgent. But here's another really cool improvement. You can actually just tap and hold on any reminder that you have, and you can mark it as urgent directly from here. Or if you're just maybe editing or creating like a reminder, you will be able to actually do that from the toolbar right here. Tap there and you will have now a new button to quickly mark it as urgent. Now, one of my favorite things that Apple has done on iOS 26.4 is this new view for albums and playlists. So you will have basically this full screen view, which looks amazing. Now, Apple has improved the music app a lot with iOS 26.4, adding a bunch of new features, and this is one of them. It actually looks pretty cool. And last but not least, under the accessibility settings, if you go to display and text size, you will find a new option here to reduce bright effects. This will basically minimize the highlights and flashing that you get when you interact with on-screen elements with a new liquid glass design. So if you're on iOS 26 and you know liquid glass has basically, you can see that reflection, that highlight that it gives you when you're actually just like moving through menus and things like that. If you just don't want to have that, now you can pretty much enable this button right here and it will remove that completely. So that's basically it for this video, guys. iOS 26.4 is a great update, and of course I can't wait for this to be out to the public. It will be an amazing update for performance, battery, and also feature wise it's packed. So that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next one.